I'm back with my new invention. As you can see, I have a lot more parts made on it. I have most of the major parts made at this time. This thing's really coming out cool. And all this technology is based on this prototype right here. It's kind of like torn down. I have some of the parts missing and that. I'm getting some measurements. Here's the other invention. Here's what the new prototype looks like. As you can see, it's not all chopped up. You can see there's some magnet holders right here I have built. And then on the top there's some up here. I got these are the holders for the magnets and stuff. And then I have the plates already made inside of here. And then there's some parts that come along the top of that. So it's coming together pretty good now. It's starting to come together. It won't be long. I got to start getting busy on the transmission and some of the other parts. As you can see, it looks pretty cool in that. I've been busy working on it. It won't be long in that. I gotta. This prototype, there's no other like it, and I'll show you that. And you can tell that it's starting to come out beautiful. I mean, look at the shine in that and how finishing it is. Could you imagine what the light that it'll give out once it starts running and that, the reflections of the light from when it hits these lights and stuff, how cool that'll look? And it's only to prove a simple concept. I don't claim over unity at this point. If I do, I mean, you better watch out. I mean, I ain't going to monkey around. Because once I claim over unity, I'm going to go for international support in that. I'm not playing around. Like some of these places, you see a lot of inventions and stuff and that. They don't tell you anything how it's built or anything. You can see what I'm doing step for step and how it's coming together in that. Pretty soon I'll have to start bolting it and putting it together in that. Here's the old prototype in that. You can see how dull it looks at that. It's pretty much all chopped up, thrown together, and that, And from so many experiments, it was just all chopped up. You could see all these little pieces and stuff. I put it in here. Now look at this. See how smooth that looks? Everything's right into place. It took a while to get to that point. See, that's what happens is when you build the next prototype. The first prototype is usually all chopped up and stuff like that. And then the second one, as you build it, becomes more, you don't have all this other garbage in it, I mean, this is all, it's all shimmed, it's all pieced together in this. This thing it's going to be even flowing. And it'll be even better looking in that. I had more time to make it showcase. I mean, this thing, if it doesn't work, this thing will be in a museum someplace. I mean, there's no doubt. How beautiful this thing is. And I'll tell you what, this camera just doesn't do it justice. You'd have to see this thing in person. I've had people come in here and they said that they've seen this thing in person. They said, you can't believe it. From the video and this, it's like watching a football game in person or on television. There's just no comparison. And now trying to see this thing in person. I got to start bolting it and putting it together. These are just right here. It's just kind of sitting here and that. These are just some of the parts in that. These are some of the magnet holders here. You can see. And that I'm going to put some magnets in there. I pull it. All these parts are just sitting here. Nothing's bolted together or nothing. It's just all sitting here, ready to be assembled in that shortly. Then nothing's, it's just in position in that. This is just basically what it's going to look like. None of this is bolted down here. See, it's just all little parts and stuff I made. And then this is just a piece that it sits on, the rest, and that. You got to really watch the other videos too to wonder what's going on here. I mean, you're just not going to get everything just by watching one video, like I said before. And I very much stress that. Otherwise, if you just sit there and watch this video here and you don't watch all the other ones, it's like reading a Harry Potter book and just picking up in the middle of it and start reading it. You have no idea what's going on here. No clue. So, and sometimes you got to revert back to it. There is, some people just said that a lot of strange things. I mean, like I didn't build this. Well, I don't know who would. I mean, it's just a fun little hobby I have, and I'm just kind of building it. Here's the old prototype. As you can see, I haven't made a transmission yet. Now I'm going to start making this transmission here, and that. But I'm not going to use this particular transmission. I want to keep it completely separate. I want to build two independent prototypes. As you can see, this is, and then I yanked out the parts here, the lever arms and the posts and stuff, so I could get some dimensions and heights and stuff, so I can make it for this one. Once this is completed, I'm going to, after I get this done, I'm going to probably take it to some college or university, and I'm going to try and see if I could find somebody, you know, that would work it out. I've got, you know, I'm checking different places and that. I'm not sure who I want it to. If you want to send me information on it, you could just go to the, you know, the website. I mean, to the YouTube, and just send me the information from your college or university. Once I get it going, it's going to be tested here pretty soon. I mean, it's coming together pretty fast, as you can see. I got a lot of parts made. I got a lot more parts to make, and I'm going to get this transmission together. You know, and it's going to be on here. Here's some of the parts on the transmission. Like I said, here's some of the gearing that's going to go into the transmission. There's one of the gears. It's pretty cool. It's going to bolt right on here. Going to have the flywheels and different things coming in it. You know, this right here is all like plastic and stuff. This is going to be like metal and plastic, but it's going to be very much show when it's done. I mean, it's going to be very cool. I hate to rob this one of parts. You know, I just like to leave it the way it is. I'm going to put the parts back in and just leave it go. And then I'm going to start working with this one. And then I got a surprise on the end here that I'm going to get some stuff going on it to get this going and that. But you'll see it probably maybe in the next video what I'm talking about as I start getting this transmission together and that, and start bolting it down. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about it. Probably just more or less just go one step at a time and that. There's a lot of other little parts that go inside of here too. Zoom right on in. There's some parts I got to make that goes inside of here and goes all the way across. You know, to bolt everything together. And then I got to make some mounts on the transmission and stuff, and that as we go. But it's come along really good in that, and it won't be much longer, and I'll be able to fire it up hopefully by maybe by Labor Day. And that's what I'm trying to shoot for on this first phase. And then there'll be another section just the same size as this and everything. It'll be another, it'll be like a two-part thing. So then I'll try to get it all buttoned up maybe by, I'd say like Christmas and that, with all the parts and everything running in and that. But I'm going to go for international support on this, you know, because it's very important that we come up with a very clean and promising type of energy. I think the energy, where it's going to get its energy, I think it's just going to pull the energy in from around it. And I can't prove that or anything, but that's my theory where the energy is. There's sources of energy all around us. There's heat, light, mechanical motion, and electricity. And I think it's going to convert something into electricity, similar to like a thunderstorm. That's my theory. I'll let you go. I'm running out of time. I'll see you later, and I'll be back shortly with a new more upgraded versions. Goodbye.